Good evening, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and we're syndicated on Abundance TV, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much for watching us every day, Monday through Friday. We hope we're giving you lots of great tips and techniques and saving money ideas as well. And we're kind of a television show that does it all. So, whatever you would like for us to talk about and focus on, all you have to do is send an email and let me know, donna@icradio.media. You can also send a text, 256-659-4319. Again, thank you so much for watching. You can also find us on the radio at icradio.media and download the free app. You can also tell us what to play on the music on the radio station all day long as well. We appreciate any way we can be of any help and assistance to you. Number of you, if you wanted me to talk about pets, a lot of pet owners out there, myself included, we love all of our animals, and we got to take good care of them. I get a little bit moody when it gets to the end of the winter time, and I'm ready for summer and spring to get here. I really do like hot weather. I do not like cold stuff, and it seems like cold weather is just hanging on a little bit more this year than usual. But it will change. All things do. But let's talk about pets and how a pet can experience the seasons change. Happens to all of us, including our pets. So as the days and the weeks roll on, so the different seasons of the year as well. And every passing season is unique and different in its own way for us and the pets. Between the various holidays and seasonal events, it's easy to overlook how these changing seasons directly affect our pets. Now you can find this on nepapetsetting.com. I'm going to spell this for you because it's kind of weird. It's a weird sounding website, but it's a good one. nepapetsetting.com. Okay, now the weather is one of the big things. That's the big obvious one, especially for me, okay? Because I love the summertime. But one of the most obvious changes from season to season is the weather. The overall weather can have a huge impact on our moods, and that's the truth, and our energy, but it also applies to the pets. Typically, the bright and sunny weather of spring and summer rejuvenates the pets just like it does us. And it encourages them to be more active and playful. Your dog might be more willing to go for a walk. Cat might be more encouraged to come out from hiding under the bed, except for our cat. He stays out all the time. And bask in the sunlight of your windowsill. Yeah. I know where my Greenlee's coming from, my cat. Sunshine is the best source of vitamin D for you and the pets, which is important for keeping healthy bones, teeth, and muscles. Overall, clear skies and sunshine will usually keep both of you and your pets in a good mood. Oh, most certainly will. I can always tell the difference. Like right now, Buddy's an outside dog. He's a big old thing, and he is our watchdog, and he really looks out for Phil and me. So I'm noticing more and more in the colder it gets, he eats more. So he's putting on some weight, which keeps him warm. And he likes to stay inside his dog house. And he's really almost outgrown it, but he loves being out there. But when he hears the door open or he sees the lights come on, he knows we're about to go outside. And then he likes for us to be outside, and I'm outside more now, even though it's cold, because we're pruning trees and we're getting ready for the garden and those things. And he is very joyous when we go outside. I'll tell you that. Another thing is inclement weather. Let's talk about that. So on the contrary, cold, dark, and rainy weather seems to make us and our pets just a little bit more moody, unpleasant, and less enthusiastic to go outside. Even with raincoats, rain boots, umbrellas, few people get excited about going out in the pouring rain, and our dogs do too. Yeah, Buddy wants to stay where it's dry. And, however, with rainstorms may come some thunder and lightning. This is especially troublesome for dogs, as they may have exceptionally good hearing, and the sound of thunder will often frighten them, causes severe anxiety. Many dogs will lash out as a result of this by chewing up furniture, barking and howling, or even urinating and uncontrollably when they do that. Buddy's kind of afraid of lightning and thunder and raining weather as well. He doesn't even like to get his feet muddy. So he pretty much wants to stay inside his doghouse when it's raining outside. But I mean, they get moody just like we do. The chickens could really care less whether it's raining. No, Greenlee does not want to be outside when the rainy weather's out either. He likes to go outside to go to the potty, but then he wants to come in real quick. Okay, let's talk about thunderstorms. And again, I have seen Buddy get very upset when it's thundering outside. Although not as fear-inducing as thunderstorms, heavy snowstorms can also have a major impact on your pet's lifestyle. They don't know what to think about that blanket of white stuff out there, It's a little confusing to them. Although cats are typically not as affected by this, dogs must undergo a dramatic lifestyle change during snowy winter months. We don't get that much snow here, but when we do get it, it's different for him. Although most dogs love to be outside, the amount of snow on the ground can really limit how much time that they do have outside. It almost kind of blinds them. They need sunglasses. If you get them to wear sunglasses, that would help. Similar to humans, they're forced to be cooped up inside for months on end, rarely getting the opportunity to release all their energy and their desire to play. Keeping your dog active during the winter months isn't always an easy endeavor, but it's an important one. So for more information, I'm going to go to this website right here. It's called ASPCA.com, ASPCA.com. Now let's talk about hot weather safety tips, because we're going to be into that before you know it. We all like going outside, including our animals. One thing that you really need to do, according to the experts, and this is aspca.org, is visit the vet for a spring or early summer checkup. Make sure the pets get tested for heartworm if they're or not on a year-round prevention medication. Pets get dehydrated quickly, just kind of like we do, so give them plenty of fresh, clean water when it's hot or humid outdoors. Make sure the pets have a shady place to get out of the sun. Please don't tie them up. Don't do that, please. But if you must, put them where they can get some shade. Be careful not to over-exercise them and keep them indoors when it's extremely hot. Make sure they got some plenty of shade out there on them. One thing I don't understand about Buddy, he wants his water changed, but I'm going to tell you what, when he gets outside, and I like to collect water for the garden, he likes to go drink out of that murky, yucky looking water. That's just weird. But anyway, he likes it. Know the symptoms of overheating in pets. All the stuff's going to happen. It seems like an eternity before it ever gets wintry, away from winter and into the summertime. But let's know these symptoms before it happens, okay? So know the symptoms of overheating in pets, which includes excessive panting or difficulty breathing, increased heart and respiratory rate. They'll drool a lot. Mild weakness, stupor, or even collapse. Don't let it get to that point. Symptoms can also include seizures, bloody diarrhea, and vomit, along with elevated body temperatures over 104 degrees. Animals with flat faces, like your pugs and your Persian cats, are more susceptible to heat stroke since they cannot pant as effectively. We know someone who moved to Florida from North Carolina, and their little pug dog passed away. It just could not take that. It couldn't breathe. And I'm wondering if asthma, I think animals would probably get asthma as well. So I wondered about that. I thought, does he have asthma where he can't breathe? But that dog did pass away, and he was their pet. These pets, along with the elderly and the overweight and those with heart or lung diseases, should be kept cool in air-conditioned rooms as much as possible. Now, this is another thing. I'm going to bust your window lights out if I see your dog in the car or your kids in your car and the windows are rolled up. Never leave your animals alone in a parked vehicle. Please don't do that. It not only leads to fatal heart stroke, but it's illegal in several states. Really, for sure, if I see an animal or a child in a car, I'm going to bust the lights out. Okay, never leave your animals alone in a parked vehicle. I'm going to say that again. Okay, now, do not leave pets unsupervised around the pool. Not all dogs are good swimmers. Introduce your pets to water gradually and make sure they wear flotation devices when they're on boats. You want to rinse your dog off after swimming to remove chlorine, that's important, or salt from his fur, and try to keep your dog from drinking pool water, which contains chlorine and other chemicals. Buddy likes to swim. When we go fishing, he runs out with us out there to the pond, and he'll just jump right in it and swim. He's like a bird let out of a cage. He loves swimming. Open unscreened windows pose a real danger to pets who often fall out of them. So keep all unscreened windows or doors in your home closed, and make sure adjustable screens are tightly secured. This is also good advice for your kiddos too, those little kids. Feel free to trim longer hair on your dog. Just never shave your dog, but the layers of dog's coat protect them from overheating and sunburn, so you want to make sure they do have their hair. Brushing cats more often than usual can prevent problems caused by excessive heat, and just be sure that any sunscreen or insect repellent product you use on your pets is labeled specifically to use on animals. Some people use Skin So Soft for the animals, and it is a good treatment to keep gnats away, but don't use a lot of it, okay? Because, you know, I mean, they lick to get clean. So let's say you have a 5-gallon tub. I would only put 1 or 2 tablespoons of Skin So Soft in there, and it really does work, and it does keep the mosquitoes off as well of your animals. You know, they can get mosquitoes just like we do. Now, when the temperature is very high, don't let your dog linger on hot asphalt. Being so close to the ground in your pooch's body can heat up quickly, and sensitive paw pads can burn. Keep walks during this time to a minimum if you're going to walk on the pavement. Phil always walks Buddy around outside in the yard, and we don't worry so much about pavements. But if you're going to the park or anything like that, just be really super. Just use common sense and with your animals. Okay, we're about to go into a commercial break, so let's do this one right here. Commonly used rodent insecticides and lawn and garden insecticides can be harmful to cats and dogs if ingested, so make sure you keep those out of reach. Keep citronella candles, those tiki torch products, and insect coils out of pets' reach as well. Now you can call your veterinarian if you suspect your animal has ingested a poisonous substance. Let's go ahead and go into a commercial break, and we're going to be right back in just a few seconds, okay?
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere My Pillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have My Pillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing My Pillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Afternoon. We are back from the commercial break. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant TV on syndicated television, and that's on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday. We're talking about pets right now, how to take care of them when the weather changes. We had this really cold season, so we're about to have some hot weather. You know, that's how it is in Alabama. You go from hot to cold. We hardly ever see a spring or a fall weather pattern out here. So let's talk about taking care of those pets. And we're talking about when it gets really hot outside right now, okay? And so we've talked about insecticides and that kind of thing. Just be careful with those animals. Now, another thing you need to do is remember that food and drink commonly found at barbecues can be poisonous to pets. True. Keep alcoholic beverages away from pets. Don't drink alcohol, first of all. But if you do, make sure you keep that away from cats because it causes depressions and it can also cause a coma to your pet. I've seen videos where people, actually, I can't believe people do this. They feed alcohol to their pets. Don't do that, please. Similarly, remember that the snacks enjoyed by your human friend should not be a treat for your pet. Any change of diet, even one meal, can give your dog or cat severe digestive ailments. Avoid raisins, they say, grapes, onions, chocolates. I've heard chocolate's bad for pet. And products with sweeteners in it. Now, if you got to have some kind of sweetener, let it be sugar, okay? Please visit our People Foods to Avoid Feeding Your Pets page for more information. Now, please just leave your pets at home when you head out to 4th of July celebrations. I'm going to tell you why. They do not like firecracker sounds, and it scares them. They could go running off, and you'll never see them again. Just never use fireworks around a pet. Now, exposure to lit fireworks can potentially result in severe burns or trauma, and even unused fireworks can contain hazardous materials, and animals like to chew on things. Many pets are also fearful of loud noises, and they can become lost, okay, scared or disoriented. So it's best to keep your little guys home and keep them safe from noise in a quiet, sheltered, or an escape-proof area of your home. Make sure we take good care of these pets, you know. Okay, now we talked a little bit about the hot temperatures, and this is the changing. Okay, now we talked before we left we were talking about thunderstorms, but now let's talk hot. Okay, and we touched on some of this, but this is a different article right here. It's called Paramount Pet Care. Okay, so the second most notable difference between the changing seasons for your pet are the temperatures. Now, the temperature has a huge impact on the pet's behavior and mood. So this is, for example, a study was done by researchers in Beijing, China, discovered a direct correlation between the frequency of major city emergency room visits resulting from dog bites and with the hottest days of the year. Now, this study has shown that dogs are typically more aggressive and or moody in extreme heat, which can lead to them biting, or even being provoked to attack more readily. While temperature varies from dog to dog, it's wise to limit your dog's interactions with strangers on extremely hot days. Be really careful when you're walking your dog in the park. You know, a lot of folks are animal lovers, including me, and I always want to go pet an animal I've never met before. Try to resist doing that, okay? Because especially when it's really hot, maybe their little paws on that hot pavement could be irritating them, and you walk up just at the wrong time and they could bite at you. This is especially important for certain breeds of dogs that have double coats. And this is the Siberian Huskies. I didn't realize that. They have double coats. Siberian Huskies, German Shepherds, Great Pyrenees, St. Bernards, and Newfoundlands. So a pro tip for managing these breeds of dogs in extremely hot weather is to regularly brush them, as removing excess undercoat will allow more air circulation through their fur coat. That makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, now let's talk about cold temperatures. We talked about severe hot, and then we're going to talk about hot weather adjustments when we finish with this one. Okay, cold temperatures. However, having a double coat of fur could be a good thing during the colder. That's like Buddy. So he's got Lab and German Shepherd in him. So the colder fall and winter seasons, most of the previously mentioned breeds of dogs tend to thrive in colder temperatures as they're more physically capable of dealing with these temperatures. That's why dogs of that breed a lot of them live in Alaska, live in Canada. Short breed dogs are not as fortunate and will usually avoid being outside for very long periods in colder seasons. So it's important to take your dog's breed, age, and personality into account when taking them to walks or for potty breaks outside both hotter and colder seasons of the year. Now we have to adjust, remember that. We have to adjust when it's colder outside or when it's hotter outside. So do animals. Hot weather adjustments. Let's talk about that. During the hotter spring and summer seasons, it's important to keep your dog or cat well hydrated. Always keep fresh water accessible, preferably in cool, shaded areas. Now, when taking your dog for a walk, go during the early morning or later in the afternoon. These are the cooler parts of the day when the sun is less intense. Plus, if you're going ahead and walk them in the morning, you're going to get it done anyway. A million things are going to happen to prevent you from walking your pets. Provide some form of air conditioning or a fan to maintain a cool breeze for your pet throughout the day. Be cautious of the surfaces your dogs are walking on. We talked about that earlier if you're doing midday walks. Many surfaces tend to retain heat from the sun and can potentially burn your dog's little paw pads. Sidewalks, paved streets, and beach sand can become extremely hot when exposed to the sun for long durations. Now, before walking your dog on one of these surfaces, check the heat level by placing your bare hand on them. If it's too hot for your hands to touch, or your cat, it's going to be too hot for your dog's paws to put their hands on it as well. If it's too hot for your hands to touch, then it's too hot for your dog's. So this one seems to be pretty obvious, but never leave a dog or cat unattended in an enclosed vehicle. We've talked about that a few minutes ago, or a similar hot environment. Without proper circulation, these kinds of situations can lead to heat strokes and often death. So please be careful. Now let's talk about cold weather adjustments. We just finished with the hot weather adjustments. Now, as for winter, be sure to limit how much outdoor time you allow your dog or cat to have. Even though some breeds of dogs tend to thrive in colder weather, we talked about that, be wary of long periods of exposure to the cold to avoid illness and injuries. When walking your dog during the winter seasons, it's not only the snow and ice you should be worried about. Chemical burns are a common occurrence in dog paws when exposed to rock salt and ice melt. Yeah, that really does. They'll start licking their paws and they've got all that, the chemical stuff in their mouth that can kill them. Both cats and dogs can tend to experience dry skin during the fall and winter seasons as a result of the dry weather, indoor heaters, and fireplaces. This dry skin can make your pet uncomfortable and it leads to excessive itching, and dandruff. A good way to prevent this is by adding some olive oil or some fish oil to your dog's food, which will help naturally keep their skin and coat moisturized. Although it's advised to contact your local veterinarian first before putting any additives in your dog's diet, as some dogs may have allergies or not respond well to certain oils. Okay, we got time for a couple more things, and I wanted to make sure we did because I'm going to talk about staying comfortable and happy. Staying comfortable and happy, we can all use that. We are not all affected by the changing seasons in more ways than one. The same goes for the pets. So they're constantly adapting and adjusting to the world around them to the best of their ability. So be as responsible pet owners. It's up to us to help our pets make the seasonal transition as smooth as possible. Taking simple measures like checking the weather forecast regularly so you make sure you plan out your dog walks so they'll be more comfortable outside. It also improves both the quality of life for you and your pets. So try to make sure you keep that in mind when you're planning your little daily walks for your pets. I wanted to talk to you about Second Chance Animal Shelter. They are local right here to our area in North Alabama, and I get this really neat. It's called the Second Chance Barker. This comes through the mail every day, and I love receiving this. And this kind of gives us a heads up on the weather that's coming up, how to take care of our pets. Now, they also have this pet adoption program. And I also wanted to mention on, let's see, March the 18th, they have this Boaz Fairgrounds who are going to be accepting donations at the fairgrounds on the March the 17th, 8th to 4. So yard sale volunteers are also wanted. A lot of folks in our area like to help organizations out. But I wanted to mention this story right here. Now, this is Second Chance Animal Shelter located in Boaz, Alabama. The address there, by the way, they did fix the bridge, so that's a lot easier to get there. Their address is 130 County Road 398, Boaz, Alabama 35957. You can go there and drop off if you don't have time to help out, at the center. You can also go out there and help with dog food, and they are taking dog houses. So what's happening? My friends are actually own this. People are actually donating dog houses. Now, if you can donate the plastic ones, that would be a huge help. And the reason they're doing this is I'm telling you, Doug is so aggravated at this. He'll pass by and see a dog on a chain by a tree, and they have no inside. And they're out there in the cold, the hot, the rain, thunderstorms, and everything. So what happens is when Doug McGee and his wife Wanda, when they see a pet that's out like that, they try to donate dog houses. So if you could donate a dog house, that would be very helpful. Let me see if I can find the telephone number real quick. And I'm looking, 256-561-2411 if you would like to donate a dog house, preferably the plastic ones because they're lighter weighted and those are easier for them to transport as well. If they're the wooden ones, sometimes only one person can go out, and so this would be really, really helpful out there. And again, that Second Chance Animal Shelter, if you want to give to a great organization, give to them, and they do take care of all local pets, and they offer adoption services as well. But thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio, your news and information center. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant Television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Hope you have an awesome, awesome rest of the day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you with the next segment. Bye-bye.